you pass away. Hmm. Hello, Your Honor.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Prosecution, I don't see a defense here. If you attempted to give him a phone call,
Not yet.
I'll just
As long as possible.
give him a quick call, see if they pop up. Never know. Be useful.
Your Honor, may I carry a taser today?
Sure.
Thank you.
Consider this a standing order for all my cases, Sheriff. You're allowed tasers at all times, in my opinion.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Goes straight through to voicemail, Your Honor.
Straight to voicemail. All right.
Yep.
Well, that means they're not in cities, so we're going to kick this off. My name is Magistrate Woodman. I'm here today to hear the court case of Victoria Police versus, is it Trex, Majok? Is that correct?
Yep.
Trex? Okay. I don't tolerate any outbreaks or yelling within my courtroom. Any breaches of this rule will be met in contempt of court, and that will be a quick com serve and a fine. Now we're going to get this off and running. Prosecution, please step forward. Identify yourself with name and rank, and please present any evidence you may have.
I'm First Constable Fenrir Lothbrock with the Victoria Police, and, well, today I was planning on bringing Trex Majok before you. I'm seeking the charges of 2 counts of assault police, trespass, and reckless reoffending in relation to the trespassing charge. The evidence I bring to you is in the form of my own testimony. The other officer was unable to make the case, and I have not been able to collect a statutory declaration from them.
Declaration, young officer. That's okay. That's fine. We all get a bit tongue-tied. I get that sometimes too. All right, because there's no defense here, we're just going to get straight into it. Please present your case. You have 8 minutes.
At approximately 2:30 this morning, the 29th of January, I was returning to the station, Mel 900, with a suspect from a pursuit for processing when the defendant, Trex Majok, ran through the gate to Mel 900 and proceeded to lie down in front of the garages. He was placed in cuffs, as it is a restricted area, taken outside of the gate, and was given a fine for trespassing. I warned him that if he did the same thing again, he would be arrested and sent to prison for reckless reoffending. Upon being released from cuffs, he proceeded to follow me back inside the station and ran to the entrance of the cells. He was tackled and placed into cuffs after trying to get into my car. He was taken down into the cells, and whilst in there, he repeatedly kept leaving the cell as I was attempting to lock the doors. He was initially kept in cuffs for our own safety after being verbally hostile and abusive. I had to uncuff him to fingerprint him, as he did not own any identification, and then began to shove me around. A few minutes later, myself and Senior Constable Ross Johnson entered the cell again to give him his phone call, as he would not be quiet about not having had one yet, and then proceeded to punch the both of us. He was taken to another room for isolation, as he was being verbally abusive. Whilst there, he expressed his desire to take my, and I quote, grey-haired ass to court. So here we are. After booking in the case, we escorted Mr. Majok out of the building, where we were met with his friend, who ran in and began to punch us. In an attempt to get Mr. Majok out of the area as quickly as possible, he was uncuffed and ordered to leave, when he turned around and also began punching us. His friend was detained, but Mr. Majok got to his feet after being knocked out, ran to a waiting van, and proceeded to run myself and Officer Johnson over. He then fled from the area as we focused on the safety and welfare of those left in the area. In addition to the original charges of assault police ×2, trespass and reckless reoffending, Victoria Police would also like to seek a further assault charge along with evade police, as we were unable to apprehend the individual at the time due to being face-to-face with the pavement. That is all, Your Honour.
Alright, excellent. Alright, not a problem. I'm going to allow that extra charge in there as well. Obviously they're not here, and, they can't defend themselves, but quite frankly, that's quite harrowing. I hope you seeked medical attention and counselling after that. What we're going to do is we're going to slap on 2 more charges. Is contempt of court for not turning up. That's going to be a 2,000. You might want to get a pen and paper for this one. It's going to be a $2,000 fine. We're going to add weeks on top of what I've got to give him in a second. We're also going to add in failure to attend court. That's the little $15 fine that everyone seems to not care about. Now, it's going to be 150 weeks for the standard charges, and we're going to add in another 30 weeks on top for the contempt. That's it. I was just thinking about that for a second. Total of 180 weeks. My ruling is final. Court is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honour.
You're welcome.
Have a good evening, Your Honor.
Have a good evening, Sheriff. You too, Sheriff. Have a good evening.
Show yourself, mister.
Should we lock the door?
Yo. Bam.